All right, hey, I wanted to show you guys something real quick while I was editing. It has to do with these flickering lights, which, if you ever have LEDs, apparently is a big issue. All right, let me go to my clip here. Okay, so if you look at this clip here and you watch, these lights are flickering like crazy. It might be kind of hard to see. There it is. Now, look at that. Oh man, so bad. So, there are a couple things I want to say about this. First of all, apparently, if you film at 30, if you set your shutter speed to 30, it really helps with this, and it has to do with the frequency of LED lights in the US and in Europe. I think we're 50 hertz and Europe's like 60 hertz. But anyway, that means that the light is flickering like 50 times a second. And if you set your shutter speed to 1/50th of a second or like 1/60th, it just has something to do with the fact that they don't quite line up. And so the light is pulsing 50 times a second, and your shutter speed is only 1/50th of a second. So what's happening is it's catching it at different brightnesses. Like if you go frame by frame, it's probably not enough to see, but when you line them all up and you play them at 24 frames a second, you can see the flicker. So anyway, I've heard putting the shutter speed at 30 helps with that, which is not typical, right? I usually want to shoot the shutter at 50, right? If I'm shooting 24 frames a second. So anyway, we can figure that out if we have some LEDs. I don't know, maybe you guys have some at home, you can play with them. But anyway, there is a way to fix it actually. So this clip right here, this clip, different from this one, is same problem, but I went in and fixed it. There's a really cool way to fix it. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So basically what you're going to do is you are going to make a copy of this clip. So I copy, paste, it's down here. Bring it up here. And, whoa, where are we? Why are we up here? That's dumb. Come on. This is really not that hard. Come on, Final Cut. Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to, this might sound weird, but this helps a lot if you have things that are not moving very much. We're going to move this clip over one frame, right? So we moved it over one little hash mark there, and I'm going to bring it over here, okay? So I shorten it by a frame, which means I need to extend it by a frame here. And what is interesting here is we're going to take both of these and we're going to drop their opacity to 50%. And Sammy, I'm not sure if this will work in Premiere, but you could probably do something similar. When you drop both of their opacities to 50%, and there are two of them, they are now both coming in at a total of 100% brightness. But what's happening is that the offset of the LED flickering should now be remedied. So when we hit play, it basically takes care of it. I think I can see just a little bit of it, but you really have to look for it, like right here. Um, that left tree, I think, is pretty solid. Yeah, so maybe just a hair, but looks like it's totally taken care of. So anyway, cool little trick on flickering LEDs. Hope that helps in case you ever have to do that in the future.